Hello all, welcome to the video lecture series for the subject operating system. Now I'm going to explain you all about Mutex Locks. It's a classical synchronization problem, right? So here we have one simple solution whether any process which is waiting outside can acquire the critical section and which basis it acquires and releases the critical section, right? So basically here you can see that this mutex has been divided into mu2 and ex. The meaning is mu2 stands for mutual and ex stands for exclusion, right? It's a simple technique with one particular definition we have acquire, and how this acquire is happening for process 1 and how it releases the process 1, it how releases this particular busy waiting procedures. Let's get into the topic directly. Now initially the available value is set to 1. 1 is here, it is true, and 0 is false, right? So I'm going to side by side explain you about how this available is working, what is this available is false, how it is available is true, and how exactly the process 1 enters and exits this particular critical section, right? Now this is an acquire function which works with this particular while loop. Now not of available, let me tell you what is not of available. And initially I told you the available value is by default it is 1. So what is not of available? For example, while not of available is initially 1, okay, not of available 1, that means not of 1 is equal to 0. The opposite value you need to mention, you know very well about this not. So the condition is false, right? The condition is false in the sense I can break this while loop. Sorry, I need to mention this particular symbol, that is semicolon here, right? If this condition is false, I can break inside. If the condition is true, I cannot break this particular while loop. That is the procedure. We use this semicolon over here, right? Now I found that initially process 1 is finding that the available is initially 1. If it is 1, this is how this while statement works. While not of 1. Not of 1 is equal to 0. The condition is false. Now P1 is breaking this particular loop and getting inside, right? When I am getting inside, I am this P1, right? This P1 is making other process to wait. How does this P1 makes? I am making this, when I am getting inside, I am making this available is equal to false, right? Available is equal to false. False in the sense, now once after this P1 get enters, it is making the available into false. Now what happens to available? Now available is 0. Initially available is 1. I told you how this available is working over here. Now after this P1 get enters, it is making this available into 0, right? So now this P1 is inside this critical section. Now say for example P2 is coming, okay, it is checking what is the available. Now what is the available? Available is 0. Now check what happens for this P2. I'll write this particular thing here so that you can understand. Now it is checking available is equal to 0, so which is set by this P1. Now what happens? While, right, while 0, sorry, not of available, that is not of 0. What is not of 0? Not of 0 is equal to 1, right? This condition is not 1 in the sense it is true. True in the sense I told you, that means this particular loop cannot be broke, right? So this particular process is setting, that is P1 is checking the available is equal to 0, not of 0 is equal to 1. It is true. It is making P2 has to wait. Do you understand? So now the P1 has made this available into 0. You can check it over here. See here. I am making, once I am getting inside, I am making this available into 0. So this process makes the P2 wait. Now P1 will be waiting until this available is 1. So let's see when this process is doing. Now process 1 is inside the critical section. Now process 1 wants to come out of the critical section. After doing this procedure done, it is coming out. What it will do now when it is coming out? P1 will check this available and it will make that available into true. What happens now? Available is equal to 1. And after making this P1 will get into the remainder section. That's it. Now this procedure will be keep on working when this while condition is true, right? So when I am getting outside, I am making this available into true. What happens? So I am making this particular available again that into 12. So which is actually initially 1. Now P2 gets inside, right? Now P1 is exit, P2 is gets inside. It is checking not of 1. While not of 1, that is not of 1 is equal to 0. That means false. Now P2 is breaking this condition, it is getting inside. The same thing what this P1 is did, the P2 will be also followed. This is the one of the best and direct question, or else you can say that it is a direct solution for any critical section problem. That is, Mutex can give a best solution by using this available initial value, acquire and release technique. Thank you.